Jess from Cook Smarts. Welcome to another segment in this multi-part series where I'm giving you a tour of my kitchen. This is the last segment of the whole cooking tools piece of it. We've talked about pantry essentials, we talked about the pots and pans you should keep, we talked about the kitchen tools, and now we're going to talk really quickly about kitchen appliances. Again, appliances are a little bit personalized, so you might have different appliances than I do, and that's totally fine, but for what I do, I just basically rely on 3 different kitchen appliances. I have like the kitchen stand mixer, but I don't bake, so I never really use the thing. It just sits there, sadly. But I often find myself using my food processor way more frequently. So I use these things for the rare times that I'm making pie crust and such. But I more frequently use this to make sauces, so I will blend a pesto in here. I often use the prep tool, which I don't think a lot of people know about, which they should. So your food processor should come with something that looks like this. And so what you do here is instead of putting the blade in, you put this thing in. And then you close it just the same, except when this little I don't know what this thing's called, you don't use this little container, okay? You put that in. So if you have like a stick of cheese, or you have some carrots that you want to grate, so cheese you want to grate, carrots you want to grate, you feed this in here and you push down with this thing, this little plastic thing, and it comes out, the cheese comes out all grated, and the carrots come out all grated, and the cabbage comes out all grated. So I typically use this when I need to do a lot of prep and I do not have the time to grate like 5 pounds of carrots. So this is really great prep tool for me and a sauce making tool. The other tool that I use really frequently is my Immersion Blender. I use this for smoothies, I use this for pureed soups, I use this for sauces. So again, they've now gotten to be quite inexpensive that I think most households can now own one. And the great part is this blade part pops out just like this, and you just need to wash this piece of it. You don't ever have to deal with washing the handle part. Okay, that's what Immersion Blender is for. And then the last kitchen tool I have, I don't know if you can see it, maybe I'll just move this out of the way. I have both a toaster and a toaster oven, but I find myself using a toaster oven more frequently. And so if you have a smaller family, it's just myself and my husband and mine. Toaster oven is great because if I don't need to make a big batch of something and I don't need to heat up the entire oven, I find that using a toaster oven is quite helpful and it'll hopefully saves some energy. So if I'm roasting a smaller batch of vegetables, if I'm just baking off a couple, 2 fillets of fish, I will use my toaster oven for that. So those are the 3 kitchen appliances that I use most frequently. I do have others, like I said, but those are the ones that I find myself turning to time and time again for most of my cooking needs. In the next segment, we are done with kitchen tools, and we're going to be talking about creating an efficient kitchen workspace, which I know a lot of you are going to want to hear about. So stay tuned. I have a little bit of an addendum for the kitchen appliances because I realized I said there were 3 appliances that I use most frequently, and I completely forgot about my slow cooker. I use my slow cooker a lot. I make porridge in it, I make oatmeal in it, I make a lot of soups in it. I just throw stuff in here the night before and I hit low and I go to sleep, and in the morning it's like magic and all the stuff is kind of melded together and it's great. So if you don't have a slow cooker, they're actually quite inexpensive. This one was $30, I believe. So it's not a huge investment to have. This is a Hamilton Beach. I think it gets a 6-quart. And what I really like about this one is it's called the Stay or Go. And if you're ever going to potluck and making a big dish in your slow cooker, what you can do is after it's all done and you've unplugged it, this thing comes with these little secure things, and you just push it down, and then you can have your pot all secured and make sure you throw this in the car, nothing is going to spill and get chili all over your nice car seats or whatever. So that is another appliance that I do find myself using very frequently. And if you are into doing a lot of make-ahead stuff, making big batches where you can freeze half of the stuff, I think this is a really efficient tool